Now you listen to me. My name is John Francis Sullivan. I live at 343 42nd Avenue, where I lived my whole life. And I saw the first game of the 1969 World Series right here in this house 30 years ago.
Bullshit.
My father's name is Francis Patrick Sullivan. He was a firefighter and a diehard Mets fan. And every night when I went to bed, he sang to me, "Take me out to the ball game."
Hey, who the hell are you?
Listening to this guy named John on the other end tell me my family's personal information. I thought I'd run into some criminal who was planning to harm my loved ones. I started going absolutely ballistic on John through the radio, yelling and screaming at him. I got so worked up that I didn't even notice the cigarette on my desk had just lit something flammable on fire. I quickly grabbed today's newspaper and smacked out the flames, but there was still a black scorch mark burned into the desk. At the exact same time, John in the 1999 timeline saw the exact same black mark slowly appearing in the same spot on his desk. Looking at this scorch mark, John was pretty much certain that the person he was talking to was his father from way back in 1969. Right then, the TV next to John was broadcasting news about solar flare activity causing aurora sightings, and the newspaper I'd used to put out the fire just happened to have a report about solar flares causing northern lights too. This meant that the aurora phenomenon happening in both timelines simultaneously was what made our cross-time communication possible. John's first instinct was to try and change the past to keep me alive. He immediately told me through the radio that on October 12, 1969, there would be a fire at an abandoned warehouse. As a firefighter, I would die in that blaze trying to save someone. He warned me that according to the investigation afterward, if I chose a different escape route after rescuing the person, I could survive. But after hearing all this, I thought he was completely pulling my leg.
October 12, 1969.
Tomorrow. You're telling me I'm gonna... look, I ain't dying in no fire tomorrow or any other day. You got that?
Listen, tomorrow hasn't happened.
That's all right. It hasn't happened. It ain't gonna happen.
No, you gotta
It ain't
listen to
gonna
me.
happen.
It was an abandoned warehouse. Butcher was told Ma it wasn't your fault. You went with your instincts. But if
I'm
you'd just
warning
gone
you.
the other way, listen to me. If you'd just gone the other way, you would have made it. Hello? Hello?
The radio signal suddenly cut out. Still, this cross-time conversation really shook me up. I kept thinking, could a fire really happen? The next day when I got to the fire station, my colleagues were all gathered around the TV watching a baseball game. During our earlier radio chat, John had predicted this game would end with the famous player Alvis hitting the winning shot in the 9th inning.
Yeah, right, yeah, 30 years ago, yeah, sure. So I suppose you can tell me what happened in game 2, huh?
Yeah, sure. Top of the ninth, Dow Weiss, game-winning RBI single.